Hi guys, welcome to Ameyaw TV, and today we find ourselves all the way in the Volta Region of Ghana, the Peki district to be precise. We are here at Peki Avertile for the official dedication and unveiling of the Yamoransa Model Lab 6 in the Peki district. Now this project was funded by HelpingAfrica Foundation, Friends of Yamoransa, and it's been managed by implementers as well as Tech Aid, who are the technology people running this whole project. Now we're here to talk to the organizers, to the builders, and to the funders of this project, and also the community, what they expect out of this project. It's Ameyaw TV, and don't go anywhere. So we are still at Peki Avertile, and it's the dedication of the Yamoransa Model Lab 6, and we are privileged to be joined by a very special member of this community who happens to be the person that this building has been named after. So he's going to introduce himself and tell us how important he feels this project would be to the members of this community. Thank you for having us here at Peki, your home.
Good.
How excited are you about this project?
Very excited, and I could see it in the eyes of the kids and of the young generation coming up that they're excited about this. And I told them the zeal with which they put into cultural dancing, they should put half of that zeal and enthusiasm into studying this robotics, this artificial intelligence, and the computer stuff we brought them. You and I know today is big data that rules the world, and therefore if I could bring this to the doorstep of my people in Peki, the dream is that they will take up the challenge, be steadfast, be disciplined, and steady. And out of this, we believe we can produce a new generation of talent for the Silicon Valley, and then there we can do a new Zuckerberg, we could do the new Bill Gates, and that's it, that's the dream, and this is how we're starting it. And with the association with HelpingAfrica Foundation, this is the 6th lab that we're inaugurating in Ghana. We intend to do 16 altogether, and therefore this I decided to bring to my people as a representation of the Volta Region 1.
We're privileged to be joined by the man himself, the brain behind the implementation of this project, Mr.
Kafui Brebi.
Amazing. For me, I'm most concerned about why Peki Avertile.
Well, in selecting each site, there is a process. There's a consultation. There's people that are involved. And there was someone in the local community, either a person or institution, who's willing to take this on. Because we bring in the technology, but we don't bring in the building. So there needs to be a partnership. So we're going region by region. So this year, we're in Volta Region, OT, and Western Region. So oftentimes, we would find either a local community that would indicate their interest in working with us. We partner with them, and then we start the project. At this time, Humphrey Yimdake, the Vice President of AGI, who was also part of, known to the board, was very interested in doing this, and he supported the team in putting up the infrastructure, as well as the local community. So that's why we came to Volta and Peki.
In the era of 2020, everybody's all about tech, and you've introduced robotics and coding. Do you think it is the right time, especially for these kind of districts?
Oh, of course. I mean, these are deprived regions.
Right.
Apart from doing one in Peki, we're doing one in Nkonya, which is OT region, and so on and so forth. So this is the right time to be able to do such technology stuff. And COVID has made it such that technology, nobody was using Zoom and so on and so forth. So today it's even more relevant that we introduce our kids to technology, to coding and robotics now. So all our Yamoransa model centers have a maker space, and Tech Aid puts together all the robots, all the programming, and so on and so forth. Yes.
What's the plan to maintain this facility? Because a lot of the times you see this project being, introduced, dedicated, everybody gets all excited, and a few years down the line, it's almost non-existent or not being put in use. What measures are you putting in place to ensure that this does not become a one-day show?
Okay. The Yamoransa model is a sustainable model. There's so many parts. One of the parts is such that there's a conference room attached to the ICT center and the makerspace. which can run programs, workshops and seminars and all that. So people can rent it to take a little bit of a token to be able to fix door locks and so on and so forth. However, we've provided solar panels. The whole facility is run by solar panel, so no utility bills. So that the little resources that is generated will be used to run the center. So, and we are also going to provide 2-year support in partnership with the foundation to run the facility. That would allow the district assembly, who signed an MOU with us, that after 2 years, they would take over to run the facility. This is signed and agreed, so there's not going to be any space for a challenge.
Of the Yamoransa Model Lab 6 at Peki Avertile, and we are privileged to be joined by Mr. Japhet Ayuku, who is an executive director with HelpingAfrica Foundation. How important was it bringing this project to this community, and in what ways do you think it would go a long way in helping them?
Well, I think it's a very important project here. This is the 6th project that we've put up, and our model is to make sure that the community, the leaders of the community, the religious, the political, civil leaders, they all buy into it. And additionally, that the citizens get committed to it. So this particular project, one of the most illustrious citizens of Peki, Humphrey Daki, a good friend of mine for many, many years, he has bought into it. He actually put his money into it. So that's the essence of what we're trying to do. Not to create any dependency, but to make sure that with our little resources, that people in the community will also put up something. So this is a buy-in, and we're all, trying to do something to help our children. So the model that we use for this particular area is so wonderful. I really, really admire that.
How excited should other regions be? Are they going to get models too?
Yes. Well, we have built by the end of the year, we will have built 8. Our objective is to build 16 throughout all the 16 regions. So for the remaining 8 regions, we are hoping that they will see this blog and learn something from it, that in as much as we will bring in the resources, I think it's important to have people within the community who will step up to support us, to make it something that is embraced by the community, not something from America that is being imposed upon them. So I'm excited, and I'm hoping that people will see your blog and learn something from it.
Amazing. So guys, I'm joined by
Lauren Isiamayebwa.
Such a beautiful name, and she is part of the implementers team. So as implementers, what do you do when such facilities are, being dedicated or officially handed over to the community?
So normally we are just focused on the process.
Right.
So we do some needs assessment to identify the need in the community. So everything here is based on an identified need. So after the need is identified, we do a whole lot of stakeholder consultations, going back and forth, trying to get what exactly we need to actually do here. So after everything, we make sure that everything that we are doing aligns with what the community wants, as well as what the funders also want. So based on that, we merge the two together, and then we develop something like that. So we just provide and make sure that everything that is supposed to happen here is happening the right way. Right. So if it's an ICT lab, it's a maker space, whatever is needed, we make sure that everything is done the right way.
So our implementers, are you only focused on tech staff, ICT staff, or you do general,
Yes.
management of any kind of project?
Right. So we're project managers, but we work with foundations, philanthropists, individuals, anybody, even corporate institutions who want to do their CSR. We work with them. So we're normally based in managing projects in the communities. So anything health, education, IT, anything related to anything in the community, that's what we do.
I trust your work will be as beautiful as you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
So we are currently at the ICT Edu Lab in the newly dedicated Yamoransa Model Lab 6 at the Peki Avertile in the Volta Region. And I'm joined by a student who has been having some session in the ICT room. How has your experience been?
It has been good, and I like it very well.
What have you learned so far?
I've learned how to draw and how to color and how to paint and how to type on the computer.
Do you feel that a facility like this is going to help you in your education?
Yes. I experienced that when I'm using the computer, I understand more, and I've experienced that if I'm doing it, I'll become someone great in future.